जय श्री राधे। सब वैष्णवों को जय श्री कृष्ण। आज के आनंद की जय हो। Day 72 of the readings of the 252 Vaishnava disciples of Sri Gosaiji. Varta 52, the story of the Sethji from Rajnagar. Jai Shri Radhe. Continuing from yesterday. In the rainy season, the beloveds enter the forest to enjoy its lush beauty. Then it starts to rain. Sri Swamiji gets wet and Sri Thakurji protects her with his blanket that he uses to make a cover over her. Out in the forest there are many lovely bowers, often decorated with jewels, and there the two of them sit. They sit there. As they sit there, the gopis bring all sorts of lovely foodstuffs to them. Sri Krishna coaxes Sri Swamiji to eat and feeds with her with his own hand. Sri Swamiji always says, "You eat first, my lord." In this way they enjoy a delightfully sweet conversation. Lalitaji and the other gopis enjoy these lovely scenes. Lalitaji then gets to feed them both. Thus there are many ways to contemplate the lunchtime activities. It is the way of Sri Acharyaji's path of grace that the Lord will appear to the devotee in the very way that they contemplate with their very pure hearts. Sri Gosaiji has written in his Sri Vallabhashtakam, "In this path of grace, whatever, whenever and however the devotees wish to make offerings to that Lord of the Gopis, Sri Krishna accepts those offerings at that very place and in that very way, smilingly and full of love." Therefore Vaishnavas should fill their hearts with such dedicational mood. If for any reason that degree of devotion is not yet in their heart, then they should sing the words of the Ashtasakal poets and accomplished Vaishnavas about these pastimes, and then the Lord will most definitely accept the offerings. Part 1 continued. The four Vaishnavas saw that the husband had come into Seva wearing the turban that he wore to the market. Technically, the Aparas state of purity was broken. The Vaishnavas thought, "Sri Gosaiji sent us here. The Vaishnavas have lots of love, but they do not follow all the rules and regulations. Therefore, we will not partake of prasad here." Another of them piped up, "Come on, let's go back to Gokul." They made a plan that one of them should go to the outer limit of the village, taking all their belongings. Then the other three would stay for the Rajbhog Aarti and thereafter leave, saying that they were going to bathe in Sri Yamunaji. So the one Vaishnava went off with their belongings to sit just outside the village. The time came for the offerings to be accepted back as prasad. The husband and wife entered the temple, accepted the prasad and offered pan leaves to the Lord. Then it was time for the Rajbhog Aarti, and the husband invited the Vaishnavas to come in to have the holy sight of the Lord. They went there. Sri Thakurji, however, knew that they were using deceptive behaviour and then coming to see him. He thought, "My devotee should be truthful and humble. These have tried to deceive the Vaishnavas. Therefore, they do not deserve to see me." In this way, Sri Thakurji did not allow those three Vaishnavas to see him. They thought, "These Vaishnavas make a display of their affection to the Lord. However, they are not following the path of devotion. They do not even have a Sri Thakurji, so why do they just talk about him? We should get away from here and fast." In this way, Sri Thakurji rendered those three Vaishnavas very sad. The husband then performed the Rajbhog Aarti. The three Vaishnavas came out of the temple. The wife stayed inside to settle the Lord down for a nap. The husband went to the Vaishnavas and asked them to bathe and then come back to partake of Mahaprasad. He asked them where the fourth Vaishnava was. They lied, saying that he had already gone off to take his bath in Sri Yamunaji and that they would return after bathing and then do whatever they asked him to. The husband said, "Yes, please do come back soon after bathing. You will be hungry by then." Three Vaishnavas left from there and came to the edge of Agra and saw their fourth member sitting there. He asked them whether they had had the holy sight of Sri Thakurji. He replied that they had not, because there was not even any Sri Thakurji there. They said that the food preparations, water pot, throne, backdrop and everything else in the Seva was there, but no Sri Thakurji. They make a big show of their love, but in their hearts they have no proper moral. That husband went to the market and entered straight into the Seva. They make a show of respecting Vaishnavas. In front of Sri Gosaiji, they talk about their love for Vaishnavas, but Sri Gosaiji is just a child and very innocent. He thinks these Vaishnavas are very pious. Hearing the words of these three Vaishnavas, the fourth one said, "It is good that we did not partake of Mahaprasad there or even drink water, otherwise our intelligence would have been ruined. So let's get away from here in case they find us here." They picked up their stuff and came to sit on Goghat. Back in Agra, the husband and wife Vaishnavas were waiting for the four Vaishnavas to come back after bathing to partake of Mahaprasad. They waited until the time for the Lord's afternoon services. Still the Vaishnavas had not returned. The wife said that she would bathe and complete the Lord's Seva and asked that she should go into Agra to Sant Das and ask around after the Vaishnavas. The wife made the afternoon offerings and the man went to search. First going to the bathing places on the banks of Sri Yamunaji, he went to Sant Das and all the other Vaishnavas' houses, but he could not find them. It was night time before he got home. The wife said, "You could not find those Vaishnavas anywhere?" The husband said, "We must have made some huge offence, for which reason these Vaishnava disciples of Sri Gosaiji would not grace us with their presence. We are full of impurities." The two of them sat and pondered upon their impurities and decided to fast. Bhav Prakash. Sri Gosaiji had blessed those four Vaishnavas and sent there. If a Vaishnava gets up and leaves our house without partaking prasad, then we should also not partake. The two of them contemplated their faults. It is a way of the path of grace to always contemplate one's faults. From this comes humility. Only then will the Lord allow the devotee to experience him. Those who are always thinking of others' faults in their heart lose everything. When humility is not developed, then one remains most offensive. The two of them then all fed the prasad from that day's seva to the cows. They became full of anxiety. When half the night had passed, the Sri Thakurji, Sri Madan Mohanji spoke to them. "O Vaishnavas, why are you sad? The four Vaishnavas have gone to Gokul. When you went to the market to buy ghee, you were in a blissed-out state and you had forgotten your body. You cooked and offered whilst wearing the same turban and without washing your feet. I very much enjoyed your offerings, but the four of them were picking out your faults. Therefore I did not let them see me when they came for Raj Bhog, Arti. They have gone to Gokul, so why are you going hungry?" Sri Thakurji thus told them to have no regrets. They replied, "You are also forgetting that we are Vaishnavas and bound by Sri Acharyaji's rules that we had broken." He went to the market and straightway entered the Seva kitchen. The upper state of purity was defiled. It was only right for those Vaishnavas to be put off by our mistake. That is the way of this path. Why did you prevent those Vaishnavas from having your holy sight?" Sri Thakurji responded, "You did not purposely break the rules. You were spinning with love when you came to the kitchen. Love is my true form, my love form manifested at that time. And therefore nothing was polluted. It is only upon those who knowingly refute the rules of Seva that I become displeased." The couple replied, "We feel that we should still not partake of prasad." Four Vaishnavas came to our house and went away hungry. Sri Thakurji smiled and kept quiet. Sri Thakurji kept quiet because he saw that the couple's devotional path was firmly established in their heart. A Vaishnava's duty is to make sure that any Vaishnava who comes to their house not leave hungry. These four Vaishnavas have been sent by Sri Gosaiji himself. Therefore the couple felt that they could not partake of prasad before they had done so. We conclude the reading today and we'll continue with part 1 tomorrow. Aaj ke Anand ki jai. Sabhi Vaishnavan ko jai Shri Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Ji.